This morning's stream, Animal Crossing Day 567, Groundhog Day.
Hey yo, welcome back to another stream. I'm Arrquil. And this morning, I believe we're going to have a frozen game capture. So let me fix that real quick. I love how it was just working. I had it sitting around just working for about half an hour while I set up stream. This was the first thing I set up this morning. And as soon as I start stream, as soon as I flick over to the start screen, and as soon as I hit start stream, I'm like, wait, the audio's been gone for about 10 seconds or so now. What the fuck? I can't fix it now. I'm streaming. I don't want to jump off the screen. So that kind of sucked, but whatever. All right, today is day 567 of Animal Crossing GameCube. Today is Groundhog Day, and we will be participating in that once again since I kind of screwed up last year. We didn't really see Rossetti pop out of the ground, and I want to see that. On top of that, we can get 3 more flower models, or 4 more flower models today, 1 per villager, 1 per character, which will help me fill out the catalog nicely. Yeah, let's jump in. We got a lot to talk about today, because as of this point, the playthrough is kind of supposed to be done. Last stream we did was January 1st, and I said I was going to be ending it that day, but we didn't because the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day stream went on too long. And then I said, oh, I'll be back in a couple days once I'm not sick anymore, and we'll finish it up. And that hasn't happened, and plans have changed. We will talk about that. But first, I need to make sure I am at the Wishing Well at 8 a.m. Not away doing something else, not coming back at 8:02. I need to be there at like 7:58. Sorry. I have bubble tea. Emmy and I went traveling last night, and I got bubble tea, and that's going to be a little loud. I apologize. I love bubble tea, but it's impossible to get around here. Alright, so notes. Let's see. Since the last stream, we've had a couple villagers move out. We lost Feliz, which, not a big loss. We lost Snooty, and the villager who replaced Snooty was Kitty, and we lost Kitty, which I'm kind of sad about, because I have Kitty in New Leaf, and like grew up with her in New Leaf. But at the same time, like, I did not like how her personality is in this game. She's very nice in New Leaf, but in this game, not so much. Hey, Lavra, how you doing? So those are kind of the villagers that have moved out. We have 2 new villagers, Amelia and Opal, that hopefully we'll get around to meeting today. At least Amelia. I haven't really been talking to my villagers at this point just because I don't feel exactly super duper rewarded for interacting with them in this game. Considering, you know, becoming good friends with them doesn't really mean anything, considering they will just leave at any given moment. I don't really like that. So I'm probably going to go around and just get my fossils, get my money rock, for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're just going to go sit in the wishing well to make sure. Just to make sure that we don't miss Rossetti popping out. And then we have to kind of dick around for a little while longer so that at 9 a.m. we can get the models. Flower models. But yeah, I have not been talking to my villagers at all, even the ones I like. Like I said, ever since like Maple moved out, I was pretty devastated by that. And I just haven't felt incentivized to chat with them. And also I'm kind of like hardcore trying to complete the catalog right now, so I'm more focused on like logging on for Wisp, trying to get as much money as possible, but I've taken so many losses in turnips the past 2 months. I don't know. There's turnips I can get today. I can buy turnips today, but I don't feel incentivized. I've taken so many losses, which is fine because the first like month I got like 68 million bells in profits, so I'm only sitting around like 65 million bells, but still, it's getting a ton of turnips is time consuming. So we'll see where the day takes us. If I do turnip buying though, outside of between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m., I'll do it off stream, so I'll end stream and work on that, but I probably won't buy too many turnips today, considering all the losses I've taken. I mean, I have to win eventually. I have to make a profit eventually. But for right now, I don't have it in me to sit here for like 6 hours and grind turnip buying. Well, probably more like 4 hours, but still. It feels good that I can just walk past a snowball now and not have to worry about it. Maybe we'll make a snowman just for fun, if I can find the second snowball. Because one of the things I can mention, or I should mention, is I am done with the snowman and the igloo set. The igloo set, I got the item set in exactly 7 days. I got stupid lucky. So the igloos began January 2nd, and I got the last 2 items on the 9th. So lucky, and villager personalities help a lot with that. So Snooty helped out a lot because she will offer you... How does it work? She will offer you like a wallpaper and an item, and you can actually decline to play a game for it. So you can just keep talking to her until you get an igloo exclusive item that you need. With other villagers, like jocks, you actually have to play the game, and then once you've accepted the game and been told the rules, that's when they will tell you what you're playing for. So I finished the igloo set, and I finished the snowman set on January 24th. And that pretty much concludes all the wintry furniture sets, aside from the jingle clock. So we have the igloo set, the complete snowman set, and the, once again, complete jingle set aside from the jingle clock, which I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to participate in Toy Day again this year, for that. Which is kind of a bummer, but it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. And then kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier about how I've really only been logging on for Wisp at night to kind of work on completing the catalog. I have finally gotten some of the items that I've been trying to get from him since I started wisp hunting about 10 months ago. Which I think was March. I think it was like early to mid-March, so it's been like 11 months or so now. But he gave me 2 paintings back to back. That's the whole reason why I started doing wisp, because I knew Red was not going to give me his exclusive paintings. So I needed some way to do this. And wisp seemed like the most viable option because he's guaranteed to give you something you don't have in your catalog. And at this point, I have like 540 out of 601 items, furniture items, and I'm pretty high up there on gyroids and clothing as well. So I'm thinking he's getting to the point where he's running out of stuff to give me, meaning the odds of getting a painting are higher. And as we saw in there, I am only missing 1 painting. And Red shows up, so there's a very tiny, minuscule chance that I will get that from him when he shows up tomorrow. But I don't think I've ever seen Red have a painting that was Red exclusive. I've seen him have paintings that were Tom Nook exclusive, I think. Or not Tom Nook exclusive, but things that you can just find in the item shop, in the store. Yeah, so Red will be here tomorrow. Alright. So this is Amelia. This is one of our new villagers. I don't think she's gonna be too happy about me waking her up, but... I really like Amelia. I've stated multiple times that I got an Animal Crossing because of Chugga Conway's New Leaf Let's Play, and I ended up getting the game a couple days into his playthrough. And Amelia was kind of a big part of his playthrough, so she's, even though this is, I think, my first time having her, she's a little bit of like nostalgic for me. What can I do to make it through flu season? Don't sleep outside. Her tales of this vitamin C, and I've never seen this stuff for sale anywhere. So department store certainly doesn't carry it. Maybe in the next Animal Crossing game we'll actually have to take care of our vitamin levels and stuff. If you don't, you'll go like 3 days of getting sick where you just can't run or swing an axe or do anything physical. You just have to kind of walk through the village. It's like, I can't shake trees, I can't like dig holes. That sounds terrible. All right. I think it might be about time. I mean, we got 9 minutes. Yeah, we got 9 minutes. Oh, that tree died. That was a money tree. I didn't really have an option because I dug up my 1,000 bell bag yesterday and my inventory was full. I didn't really feel like trading it out for anything else, so I just kind of put it back into the ground. Right. Yeah, everybody's out and about, or I guess just kind of hanging out here. What's up, Tortimer? Greetings, Sprout. What's your call on this year's prediction? Me? I'm done with winter. James, if you need to use the bathroom, you better go right now, Baffo. Just 5 more minutes. Are you excited as I am, James? Not really. James, hold my hand. I'm starting to get nervous. Wow. Twinning? Alright, let's go meet... Hopefully she's hanging out around outside. Let's go meet the other new villager, Opal. Sometimes I don't know why I bother meeting these villagers, because I know they're just going to be gone in due time. I don't really like Opal that much. She's mean. She's mean. Hi. Wake up. Yes, you were asleep out here. Wow. This is the second time I've talked to her, because my first interaction with her was not so great. She can feel free to move out at any point. Hopefully she's like next on the roster. I think Static was talking about moving out, and Static and Punchy are like the ones at this point, and probably Vesta, that I don't want to go at all. I guess same with Stella and God, Eloise. Okay. I'm gonna bump up the game volume a little bit. But yeah, that concludes everything for notes. It was mainly just about the item sets. So if we go in here, it's gonna be a mess right now, but it is indeed everything. I completely ran out of room. So I'm gonna have to rethink this room, because we've got Jingle furniture, Snowman furniture, and Igloo furniture in here, including the dummy items right there that are glitching out. I was so giddy to get them. I think it's so cool having something like this in Animal Crossing that was unintentionally left in by the devs. So, hopefully the next time I stream this game, I will have that all sorted out. I might make the snowman set a part of my main room in here, and make the model set, I don't know, a basement in one of the other houses. Which I still haven't really talked about this, but my goal is, basically like my end game goal at this point is to finish this set. Which I think all I'm missing is the camper set from Summer Campers, the museum model for finishing the museum, which like I said, I'm one painting away, and the post office model, which requires me to save up max bells, which is going to be the real challenge of this game. And I'm hopeful to have it done by the end of the year, but even with getting turnips every week and making a profit off of it, I think, if you do the math, I don't think it's possible. Unless I completely fill up my village, which is like 6 hours a week of just buying turnips. And then selling is going to take like an entire day. If they're, you know, if they're spiked, if they're spiking. Sorry. Alright, what time is it? 7:56. I could probably squeeze in some more stuff, but I'm going to plant my butt right here so that we don't miss this like we did last year. And you're going to hear some slurping. It's really quiet, but there's, let me turn this up. There's like special Groundhog Day music playing. And that I don't think I've ever heard before. I mean, maybe I heard it last year. It's just, it's been a year. I don't remember this stuff. Maybe it'll really like pick up after Rossetti pops out. Yeah, maybe it'll really pick up then. So I guess right now, while we got 3 minutes, maybe I can squeeze this in. Maybe it'll be a good time to talk about kind of what's going on with the playthrough, which I said we were going to finish this on New Year's Eve / New Year's Day, but because I was sick and we'd already gone 10 hours by the time New Year's Day, kind of after we'd done all the New Year's Day stuff, and I was sick at the time and all that was going on, I pushed it back and said we'll do it, you know, in about a week into January. And then when we started continuing the Game of the Year streams, I was like, it's taking me a little longer to get recovered. It's taking me longer to get around to the Game of the Year streams. Let's push it back to the end of January, maybe early February. But now, as much as I think this series maybe has run its course, I think it's probably best. It would make the most sense to not end it until New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, whichever's, you know, I don't know. I don't think I'll stay up for New Year's Day next year, the end of this year. So New Year's Eve this year, I think, will be the end, because it kind of just doesn't sit right with me to end the playthrough when I'm still fully planning on coming back and showing off more stuff that I haven't shown off yet. Really just the campers. And then we'll be participating in Toy Day again to get the jingle clock. And then there's still more stuff that I want to do. I want to try to get the post office model by the end of the year. So streams are going to be extremely scarce. Like, next time I stream this game may very well be in the summer for the summer campers, which I think is going to start in June. So we're only going to stream for important events. So, but I'm not like officially ending the playthrough, which will probably, I think New Year's Eve will be perfect, because I'm trying to like get as close to 100%ing this game as possible, and that'll give me the perfect amount of like room to do so. Maybe aside for the turnip thing, trying to get all the monies. There he is! Yeah, okay, right. Hello there, folks. It's me, Mr. Rossetti. Thanks for coming out. I'm not too good at this, but it's time for me to make my annual guess in the whole start of spring thing, okay? As I can see my shadow right down here, I gotta say spring's hung up somewhere and ain't made it here yet. So there's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter. Put away your swim fins and bag your picnics and cookouts. Now, scram! Well, folks, you heard the groundhogish guy. That's the prediction, and we're sticking to it. So last year we missed this because I was off on another acre, and I had to look up a video. I just came back and Tortimer said, more winter, more winter. Darn that Rossetti, I knew we should have gotten a real groundhog this year. Okay, well, he said something different last year. That's some good text. Oh, mercy. Just what I was afraid of. More of the cold stuff. Oh, well, you can't fight the weather, Sprout. What do you guys have to say? Wasn't that worth the wait, James? Yes, actually, I like winter. Fuck spring. Fuck summer. Keep it away from me as long as possible. Do you think... Wait, what did you say? Do you think Mr. Rossetti's predictions will come true this year, Kitten? Did you say kitten? That was awesome. What did you think, James? Cool, right? Wow, you guys really are twinning it today. I'm glad we got to see that. This game has so much charm to it for the beginning of the franchise. Like I've kind of said before, I really didn't expect this game to have... I expected this game to be pretty dang primitive coming into it, but no, it really did surprise me. So now... we have an hour to kill. So I could just, I could just go into the house and play NES games, or we can do a little bit of turnip investing. I think I've kind of talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. As far as villagers who've moved out and the notes. Yeah, and then like when we're going to be finishing the playthrough, I can pull up some notes here that I had made for the final stream and kind of see what I had left, because there might be other stuff. There might be other stuff that I'm going to be participating in. So yeah, I got the lighthouse model. That's one of the things in my notes that I said I wanted to do. I didn't jot it down, but I got it. It's right here. In between January 15th and 24th, Tortimer will appear at the Wishing Well and request for you to turn on the lighthouse while he's on vacation. I did this last year in February. He shows up in February too. If you do this request for him in February, this month, he will give you a box of chocolates. But if you do it in January, he will give you the lighthouse model here. So you got to do that 10 days straight between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. It's a little rough, but you know, if you aren't working during then or sleeping during then, it's not that bad. You just got to log on with any of the villagers. He says all the villagers that participate will get the reward. So I assume if you can get 4 lighthouse models if each villager helps out. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that bad. Let's see, I have make snowmen and get their items. I've already done that. Visit villagers in their igloos and get their exclusive items. I've done that. Visit villagers in the summer tents and get their exclusive items. Every weekend from June 1st to August 31st, a villager not living in town sets up a tent in place of a signpost from 9 a.m. on Saturday to 3 p.m. on Sunday. I assume this is like the Igloo villagers where you only need to talk to them to potentially get an item. Oddly enough, despite playing during this time period for 2023 and 2024, I don't think I've ever seen a camper. I have faint memories that I might be like gaslighting myself into believing they're memories. I think I might have seen one on stream once, but I'm uncertain on that. So yeah, one final painting left. Finish all the remaining clothing in the catalog, in the clothing tab. Get all the remaining gyroids to finish the gyroid tab in the catalog. There's the pink pinwheel on July 4th, which I don't know if I will stream that since we've kind of already streamed July 4th, I think. We definitely have. I doubt I'll do it because I just need that pink pinwheel for the catalog to finish the items tab. Since last stream, I have gotten the last Wendell exclusive wallpaper and the snowman wallpaper, so the wallpaper tab is done in the catalog. I'm missing 2 Gulliver items, the bagpipes and the pagoda. The jingle clock, which I've mentioned, and lastly, the big and final challenge for the game, which is getting max bells for the post office model, and notably 100 million bells will get me the mailbox model, which I'm pretty close to. By close to, I mean like 30 million bells away. So yeah, it really just is, we're gonna be streaming for the summer campers to show them off once, and we will be streaming on Toy Day. I don't believe we will be participating in anything else. I doubt I'll be logging in for my birthday this year because birthday streams are a lot of fun and I'd rather spend that time playing games I really want to play with Emmy. But who knows? And yeah, I think really, like, we got 3 more streams planned for the entirety of 2025. I don't know if I may stream this game just to kind of like show off what's going on if I'm really into it or not. I kind of doubt it. But as of right now, there will be 1 more stream in the summer. Christmas, it will be Toy Day, which is the 24th. Toy Day 2. Because this game's Toy Day is on the 23rd, but Jingle shows up on the 24th. It's really weird. And New Year's Eve for our yearly, like, countdown and reflection. So that's the plan. I saw Joan. I know where she is unless she has moved. So we're gonna go invest in some turnips. This is going to be a little tedious, unfortunately, but I'm just going to do it on stream rather than, ending stream and then coming back in, 30, 45 minutes. I think I got... Yeah, I dropped 4... Yeah, okay, I don't need my shovel anymore. I dropped my 4 fossils that I got today. Got the money rock and I got the 10k bells, which is what that was this morning, which means I think I have some good luck. A little bit of good luck. 67 million bells. So I guess I can show off, because I've kind of talked about this before, the efficient way that I've figured out how to, or the most efficient way that I get turnips. Because the thing with Joan is, once you've talked to her, I don't even think you have to buy turnips. If you talk to her and leave the acre, she's like Jingle or Jack. She will teleport, essentially, to another acre. And you have to find her. So basically, you want to get as many turnips from a single acre, or on a single acre, as possible. So what I do is I take out the max amount of bells that I can. Which completely fills up my pockets. I find her on that acre. And then I will drop... like all the bag bells that I can. Maybe aside from 1 or 2, it really depends on how much she's selling the turnips for. We'll talk to her. Sunday morning, I've been selling my turnips for, about 60 years. So, Joan, a name you can trust. I do not need you to explain this. Asking price today is 70 bells. I like to see that, but at the same time, I don't. I think the lower the turnip price, I don't think this is true. This is just in my experience, though. Now, I've maybe gaslit myself into believing this. I feel like the lower the turnip price, the less the chance there is to be a profit, but I really don't know. Or for there to be a spike. If there's a spike, if you paid less for them, obviously you're going to get less out of it because you can only have so many turnips in your village on the ground. I didn't mean to say no. But I like seeing that because if we do take a loss, it's not going to hurt as much as, say, 111 bells, which is what it was last week. I was buying each turnip for 111 bells. And then I ended up selling them all just yesterday for 50 bells. But hopefully I do get some kind of spike. That would be very nice. I don't know why I said no. So basically, this is what I usually just do on Sunday mornings for at least an hour or two. Usually about 2 hours, I think, is my average. And I'll put on like a Let's Play or Happy Console Gamer or something on in the background. Just to kind of focus on that, because at this point my hands just kind of do the muscle memory thing of, mash B to get the text to go by as fast as possible, and then once you hear her make certain sounds, you go back to the A, you scroll down twice, rinse and repeat, It's tedious. In the next Animal Crossing game, I know this may take away from the charm of it all, but then again, like, if the next Animal Crossing game follows New Horizons, it's gonna be stupid easy to get money. I wouldn't mind for this to become a, actual stock sort of thing. Like, Daisy May shows up, or Joan, whoever, and it's like, hey, I grow turnips. I don't have them physically with me, but you can buy credits from me, as many credits as you want, which shows you have ownership of these turnips, and then you can sell them. I know that might take away from the whole they can spoil at the end of the week, it might be kind of hard to kind of replicate or replace that, other than, oh, the credits expire on Sunday. I don't know how they would punish you for time traveling or whatever. But I wouldn't mind seeing the turnips become a digital thing. Just like, hey, you know, and maybe you can just do it straight from your bank account. Maybe Joan and Daisy May aren't even in the game because you're in such an obscure location for the next Animal Crossing or something. I'm not sure. It'd be kind of cool to just go digital to the point where it's like you just do it from your bank account. It's like, I have 80 million bells in my bank account. I'm going to set aside this 80 million and invest in turnips. And maybe I'll get a profit, maybe I won't. Maybe I just feel this drastically because of trying to complete this game. It doesn't really matter, I guess, because New Leaf and New Horizons, I never did turnip trading. I still haven't to this day. I mean, I've done a tiny bit, but I just don't do it. Because New Leaf, you have the island with all the bugs. That makes it so easy to get money. And New Horizons, just getting money in general is stupid easy. But for this game, and I imagine maybe Wild World and City Folk, this was kind of the way to get the money, you know? Now, I will be hardcore fishing from, I hope I can remember the dates, I think it's August 15th to September 15th. Because during that month period, sea bass do not show up. So in the ocean, and it's commonly raining during this time, so in the ocean, you only get red snappers, which sell for 2,000 bells, or barred knife jaws, which sell for 5,000 bells. And like I said, it's commonly raining. If it's raining, you can get coelacanth, which sell for 10k bells, and you can tell their shadow apart from the others pretty easily. So if I did some hardcore fishing for a couple hours a day for that month, I imagine I could get maybe 10 million bells just from fishing. It's not a lot compared to how much you can get from a spiked turnip day and selling a bunch of turnips, but it's nice. Because aside from that, I don't really know of any other better ways to quickly get large amounts of money other than just making sure you get your money rock every day, your golden dig spot, and your fossils. Make sure you're getting your fossils back, you're sending them out, you sell them every day, because that can be like 6,000 to 11k bells. You know. So this is really the gist of it. You buy turnips, you fill up an acre with the turnips, you move on, you hope she shows up in a different acre. Like, well, she will show up in a different acre, but you hope she doesn't show back up in this acre. Because if she does, you've already got basically an entire acre full of turnips. Which means you can maybe talk to her enough to fill up your inventory, which you can't even do because you can't even put your bell bags down. So it's kind of just like you gotta talk to her once, leave the acre so she moves to a different acre, and then you go hunting for her again. Oops. And since I'm streaming, I'm making this go a little bit slower because it's kind of hard for me to do the muscle memory thing that I've gotten accustomed to that lets me go through these faster. Or maybe it just feels like I go through them faster because my full attention isn't on turnips on this menu. God dang it. Because B does make the text go faster, I believe. But if you hit it too much, you back out of the menu. Apologies for the silence, but this there's not much else to say. This is really just what it is. Eventually she's going to tell me I have no more money or I have no more room in my bag. Because it's a lower price, it means I'll be on the acres for longer. Because she won't be blowing through my money as fast. I think this actually is the lowest price she can get. I don't think she goes into the 60s. And then I think the highest price is like 129? Something like that. So like I try not to put turnips behind trees and stuff like that. I try to make them visible, but I think this might be my one time I'm going to have to make an exception. I try not to put them near signposts either, because if red shows up in the space tomorrow where I'm going to put turnips down, all the turnips will go to the lost and found. Let me try to remedy this a little bit. I really don't want turnips behind these trees. Now, fortunately, I do think this is better in New Horizons. I think this is easier to go through. Because I think you can just, like, instead of having options of bundles of 50, 100, or 1,000, or 10, 50, 100, yeah, 10, 50, 100, you can actually just tell Daisy Mae, like, here's all of my money. You get, like, a little scroll, like the bank has in this game, where you can just, like, individually choose each digit. Which is nice, especially considering you have a lot more inventory space in New Horizons, so more room for money, more room for carrying all of the turnips around. And then you could just store them, unlike in this game. I don't think you can store them, at least. You can't put them in letters. I don't think I've tried putting them in, like, dressers and stuff, but not really like I have that luxury. Besides the luxury, or besides, dressers can only hold 3 things at once, so it's just kind of easier to throw it on the ground and grab it all anyway without going in and out of doors when it comes time to sell. We might actually run out of room on this acre. Because I really don't want to go behind the trees. Like, we can get a single layer going here. Maybe have it go up here. I feel like nobody ever puts their tent, car, whatever. None of the special villagers ever show up on this acre. I don't think anybody's been here since Bertha moved out, like, a year ago. I can do another layer here. I'm comfortable with that. I think I can put him on the beach, too, and don't have to worry about it. Unless Gulliver plops his body right on top of one, then it might go to Lost and Found. But for this acre in particular, and other acres, too, that are maybe a bit smaller and have a ton of trees or flowers, we're not going to be able to we're definitely not going to be able to spend all of our money here. That's fine. The whole point is to fill up an acre with turnips. The fact that we're getting them for cheaper than usual. Like last week it was like 11k for 100 bells or 100 turnips. The fact that we're getting them cheaper than usual is really nice. I apologize that we have to do this on stream, but it's like either this or we go play NES games, which I know NES games will be more enjoyable, but this is for a long-term goal. There's a lot of... I don't know, I really got to commit to this if I want to get max bells for the post office model. Oops. That was my bad. I was distracted with drinking water. I think we'll only do about 20 to 30 more minutes of this. I know I'm trying to be reassuring here, but that maybe doesn't help. Anybody watching the VOD thankfully can just skip forward, because that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 20, 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to get myself into anything else. I don't think there really is anything else to get myself into. 20 to 30 minutes from now, I will probably switch over to another villager so that we can prepare to go get the flower models. So I'll get it with like another villager first, and then I'll make this character, my main character, the last villager to get the flower models, so that he can have them all to put into his house. Am I out of room? Really? Now, one trick you can do, it's kind of finicky, it's hit or miss, especially considering Jane likes to roam around a little bit. If you have her on screen, like with, like we did with Jingle, I think Jack too, maybe? No, I think it was mainly Jingle. If you have her on screen, you can go to another acre and she won't despawn. She started to run down though. She started to run. She's like, I'm trying to leave. So I can do this. Throw all of these down. And we'll get another full inventory of turnips. And then usually once I get to a point where I've filled up an acre and I have a full inventory of turnips, or, you know, she'll show up on an acre that already has turnips all over the ground, I'll usually buy at least a full inventory's worth of turnips if I can, if I don't have a full inventory of money. And then I will put it on the same acre as Tom Nook's store just to make it a little, because I don't think she shows up there. She might actually, but I put it there just to make at least some of the turnip selling a little bit convenient. Because like I said, if you get a spike, depending on what you bought the turnips for, if you get a spike, you could only walk in there with one turnip, and then that's it. That's all you can sell is one, like 100 turnips. Because 100 turnips, if you were to buy like 129, if you were to buy a bundle of 100 turnips at 129 bells, you wouldn't be able to sell 2 groups of 100. Tom Nook wouldn't let you because it would max out your items, or I'm sorry, it would max out your money. So you can't hold that much money, so he'll just decline you the sale. So there are some cases where it's like you're selling one group of 100 turnips at a time, and then you have to follow up that sale by going to the post office to deposit all of your money because you get so much money. In a case like this where I'm only buying them for 70 bells a pop, I might be able to sell like 5 to 6 turnips at a time depending on what the spike price is, which I think it's a multiple of what you bought them for. The spike is always the same price per price that you bought it for, if that makes sense. I think I explained that pretty dang poorly, but it's kind of one of those things that'll just make more sense once you've experienced the game. Okay, so our bag is full. I've pretty much filled up the acre the best I can without having turnips behind trees and stuff that'll hide them. Now the good news is about, the good news is that, oh hey, there's our other snowball. I did a stupid, with Joan being that low on the map, she was in the F acre, we can make our way back up to the post office, and there's a potential chance we can run into her again, so we have an idea of where, or so that we'll know where she is without having to track her down again. But unfortunately that's not the case, so we are going to have to track her down again. Like I said, I like to put some turnips near the store. Hey Emmy, feel free to come in here. I got your mic still set up if you want to hang out with me. I'm just doing some turnip buying as we wait for 9 o'clock to roll around. But yeah, I usually put turnips here just to kind of make the selling a little more convenient if it spikes. Because you can genuinely spend hours upon hours. It would take longer to sell turnips than it did to buy them. You know, especially in a case, like I said, where you can only buy, or where you can only sell one group of 100 at a time. So now we gotta track her down again. And she can show up on some crummy acres like this one where, like I said, I've got flowers. I usually, whenever she shows up on this acre, I'll put a bell bag down over here, buy a single group of 100 turnips, and that's it. I've never had her shown up on this side, though, thankfully, because it counts as the same acre. This is a really good acre for her to show up on because there's a ton of space. Oh, the music's still going. I'm like, where did Where did the music go? It's not about to it's not about to switch over to 9 a.m. But I forgot that it does that. Really cool thing. Hey, this isn't a great acre for it. My weeds have gotten a little out of control, just because I do let them go for the sake of Wisp. Once I've gotten everything that I can get from Wisp, I don't know if I'll get special text for it, like, I've already given you everything you don't have, so let me give you something that I've already given you, or something like that. Once I get that text from him, I'm probably just going to ask him to clear out my entire town of weeds. Just to make my job a little bit easier. That'll be like my last interaction with him, though. So I don't really want to put turnips on the left side here. I mean, I can go across the top where I can see them. So we're definitely not going to have enough room, unfortunately. Hey, it's Emmy. Oh. Your mic is switched off if that's what you're in here to do. Okay, finally. This is turnip crossing. Oh god, I have less space than I thought I had. Oh god, one in the house. No. I can make it so that I don't have to leave the acre to put some turnips on the opposite acre, for example. Or on like the adjacent acre. So like that turnip right there to my right is on the other acre. If I leave the acre to grab that, Joan will disappear. Even though I'm barely off the acre.
She go poof.
Yeah. Hi, Emmy.
Hi.
Surprised you're up this early. Mm. Did you sleep well?
For the most part.
Yeah. Just to kind of fill you in on what's going on, I'm killing time until 9.
Yeah.
We've already seen Rossetti. He says there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter.
I thought he was supposed to say that spring comes early.
Well, that's what he said last year. I assume it's like actual Groundhog Day where he'll say one or the other. But it doesn't affect the snow because the snow does have a set date of leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Same with the snowmen and the igloos. So yeah, we're just killing time. Rossetti was pissed about it. Or not Rossetti, Tortimer was pissed. He actually kind of had a funny text box, I guess. But yeah, I'm just killing time until we can get our models. There's probably about another 20 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Which I know is tedious as hell, but I figured I might as well. I don't think I have sold my turnips for a profit since like November. So I've had 2 months now or so of losses. Some weeks I just haven't participated, to be fair. But like yesterday I sold my turnips for 50 bells a pop, despite buying them for 111. This week they're only 70 though. So, which I think is the lowest price it can be. So if I take a loss, it's not going to be substantial.
If they're that low, it's unlikely you're going to take a loss.
That's what I was saying, yeah. It's just the profits won't be great.
Well, you never know, because
in
this game, the turnips can sell for wild prices.
The spikes is always a multiple.
Oh, right, you told me this.
Yeah, so what you ideally want to do is buy turnips for the max price you can buy them for, which is like 129, and then get the spike. And that way you sell one group of 100 turnips and you instantly fill out your inventory with bell bags because it's like 300k bells or something like that, you know?
Who is that chicken?
Who is that chicken? That's Lee. Lay.
Oh.
We got her own Halloween.
Yeah. I thought she was a brown chicken. My bad.
Wow, racist much?
No, I just thought she was...
Got something against the yellow chickens?
No, I just thought she was brown.
Yeah. She's the OG Animal Crossing exclusive, like, character. One of the many ones. Like, she was only in this game. Whoopsie daisy. I have a full inventory. Oh, no, I don't. I ran out of money. Yeah, I'll take it. The BB shirt's ironically or unironically one of my favorite shirts in Animal Crossing, but I already have it. I've already kind of run out of room here. So I guess we're going to leave the acre. Have Joan show up on another one. Yeah, let's just do that. This acre is usually like my ideal acre for getting Joan.
Why?
There's so much space.
Oh.
So like there's all this space, and then you go over here, and there's all of this space as well.
Oh, right.
It's a pretty massive acre. Or the acre... What is it, B4? Yeah, B4. B4 here is a massive acre. With a lot of space.
Yeah, I was about to say the acres are the same size, but it matters how much stuff's on the acre.
Yeah, well, for these F acres too, the beach and the water takes up tiles, I guess you can say. Tiles of the acre.
Yeah.
It also depends on where signposts are. Because, you know, I don't want... Red shows up tomorrow. I don't want suddenly, like, 10 groups of turnips to show up in Lost and Found. Hey, this is a good acre, too.
It makes a money sound when you drop them.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of gotta get rid of this shirt, though. It's taking up precious inventory
You
space.
just left the acre.
I didn't talk to her, though.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't leave until you talk to her.
Oh.
It's kind of awkward. Doing some shady business outside of Opal's house.
You mean opal?
Opal? I thought it was pronounced Opal, like the ore, but...
The ore is also pronounced opal.
Is it? Well, tomato, tomato, Poseidon, Poseidon. Conveyor belt, you know. As the sayings go.
Yeah, I think that one shocked me because I've never heard you say it before.
Opal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like her that much. She's very mean. I talked to her today for the second time, and she's...
She's
very mean.
snooty, but that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Is she an elephant?
Yes, she's
Yep.
the, like, green elephant.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because she's opal colored.
I kind of meant to say
No, she's
earlier... Sorry, what?
Ignore me.
Oh, I thought you said something.
I started to say because she's opal colored, and then I went, no, she's not. Opal's not green.
Isn't it like an off green? Like a greenish blue?
To Google I go.
I can't talk to her because I think she's sleeping inside. So I can't see her, but... I meant to say this earlier, but I do feel kind of bad about Snooty's leaving. Snooty was very mean, because, you know, she's Snooty. Especially because she's the one that I had in the igloo the most time. She and the igloo villagers, like the meaner igloo villagers, or the meaner villagers in the igloos, have some really vile text.
Ooh.
Like calling you a sucker and being like, you know, stuff like that when they rip you off, because you're trying to win the igloo items. And like after dealing with her for a couple hours over the course of several days, because I was getting the igloo items, I just like started wailing on her with the net one day she was outside and not an igloo villager. And then she moved out. And in hindsight, I feel bad because the only reason I got all the igloo items in like 7 days was because she was my snooty villager that happened to be there. Because the snooty villagers are a lot easier to get the igloo items from because you can actually see what items they have before you play the game. So it makes the process a lot faster.
Yeah.
But still, I feel kind of bad because she's the reason why I was able to do it as quickly as I did. But man, I just wailed on her with the net for like a solid 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, it's 8:45, so once we clean up, or once we fill up this acre, I'll be done with turnip buying. I'll probably just do this amount of turnips for today, for this week. I don't feel like spending the next like 2 hours after stream, 3 hours after stream buying turnips. I think I'm satisfied with this. We filled up like 2.5 acres. But I mean, we finally got to kind of show this off on stream, which I don't think is something we've really had a chance to do yet. At least not since I've kind of figured out the like optimal strategy for quickly getting turnips without, you know, like only taking 100k bells out of the bank, finding Joan, getting a tiny amount of turnips, dropping them on the ground, leaving the acre, having to find her again. Like, just coming here with, like, 550k bells, like the max bells you can hold,
Yeah.
dropping the bells on the ground, and then repeating this process without leaving the acre, filling up the acre with turnips, all that good stuff, it's, more convenient, my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's different kinds of opal, and some of it can look like this if you want to see.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a multicolor, like bluish green.
It does the light stuff, but a lot of opal looks like this until you get up close. And
Oh,
that,
so it's like a pearl, sort of.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we can't see her.
even that stuff in the light will start having those green reflections. And also it depends on where, if it's lab opal or where it's gotten from. So there's different types of opal.
Pretty cool. Kind of off, but I think a white or like a pearl white elephant would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'm not racist, I swear.
Why would you say that?
Well, you were racist a while ago about the
I
brown
was
chicken
not.
and the
Do
yellow
not
chicken.
say that.
All right.
Do not say that. No, I was not.
So what are the plans for today, Emmy? How are we gonna go about this day? You sound like you're gonna be going back to bed really soon, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you sound miserable.
Oh, I'm not.
I was a little miserable waking up. I was like, man, I could be sleeping now. But I decided to set an alarm for Rossetti's bitch ass. That Dr. Phil looking motherfucker. Steve Harvey looking motherfucker.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
He holds up his pickaxe, show me potato salad. It's so...
It's so good. I'm gonna set up my laptop, and then, other than Quake, the only thing I want to do is play Jedi Survivor today.
Cool. Well, assuming there's no more sleeping to be done, I know I'm not going back. If you don't go back, we have, assuming you go home around 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, that's 8 more hours, basically, from now. Stream will probably end around, like, 9:10, 9:20, if I had to guess.
You.
So I guess while you set up your laptop, I'll play some Blade Chimera.
Yeah.
I'm itching to play that game some more. Especially now that I'm, like, out of the demo area.
Oh yeah. You're out of the demo area now.
Yeah, so I'm blind. There's still, like, another area that I could have explored, but I kind of turned around to go back for main progression. But the reason I turned... Or it was a blind area, though. Remember in the demo, there was an area that was blocked off?
Uh-huh.
And it literally had the wall literally said, like...
Demo.
Yeah. So that's the area I'm talking about.
Oh.
So I could have gone that way,
I
but...
figured that was for main progression. That's why it was blocked off.
No. Because remember, you can go to the HQ for the first time there after you do that, because that's like off to the right, but if you keep going up and to the left, it's HQ, which is where it's trying to lead you. And then after that is the Phoenix.
Yeah, I just thought for some reason that wall was like...
Yeah, no. It's just... And I kind of knew why, because I had read the demos beforehand, and people were like, they give you the... It's nice, because they give you the entire map right off the bat. You can go pretty much anywhere. It's not, like, linear. So I immediately knew, okay, well, if they let you go through here, you'd have access to too much of the map for the demo.
Yeah. Because you can go, also, even in the demo, you can go down below to a ridiculously hard area where you're not supposed to be yet either.
I did that in the full version of the game. You get some nice items. I think you get like a health up and maybe a weapon or something like that. But you will get stopped because you enter the water.
Ooh. Can we not swim?
You can swim, but you have air, and there was enemies, and I'm immediately like, I'm gonna die down here. I don't have enough air to even progress to the next screen, which is also gonna be underwater. So I need to come back with some kind of power up. It's a Castlevania Aria of Sorrow sort of deal.
Yeah. I guess it's because I was wondering why they would let you in there when that was clearly an area that was too powerful for you. But it makes sense if you hit water, then you know in the full game there's going to be something with water, so at least it shows off something more.
Yeah.
Because those demons in that area were.
Did you even go down there?
I went down there, I hit one thing, it hit me, and I noped the heck out.
So
And
the
you went, yeah,
yeah,
they'll destroy you.
the first enemy is like a samurai or something like that. But the enemy after that is one of those like Chinese dragons.
Oh,
And it's so cool because the dragon's like head will stretch out to you and keep going. If it hits you, it does like half your health. But you can't hurt it. What you have to do is use your Lux ability by hitting B, and it retracts the head into the body, and it hurts it, and it's stunned for a second, so you can go hit it. It's like such a cool way to fight an enemy. Yeah, before you popped into stream, I was saying, oops. Before you popped into stream, I was saying, it'll be cool if in the next Animal Crossing the turnips went, like, digital or something. Like, you just go, on Sunday morning, you go to, like, your, ATM machine, and it's like a digital thing you can invest your...
like the stock market.
Exactly. But then I realized, well, New Leaf and New Horizons turnips were completely pointless. They were just a fun little thing on Sunday mornings. Like, you didn't actually make profits. Or you didn't actually, like, wait out the week for that to solely be your purpose of profits, like in this game.
Yes, you did.
New Leaf, you could go
Not
to the
New
island.
Leaf, New Horizons.
That's the thing. New Leaf, you went to the island. New Horizons money was so easy to get. You never need... I think I may have bought turnips only twice, 2 or 3 times in that game, and that was just for fun because Daisy may happen to be out and about.
No, dude, I loved buying turnips in New Horizons because when you had a profit, holy hell, you could make bank.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessary because I had 50 million bells just from playing the game. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't rely on it for profits like this game where your only other source of income is your fossils, your daily money rock, and if you want to go fishing, you can. But aside from the sea bass that sell for 200 or 300 bells, you can get barred knife jaws for 5k or red snappers for 2k. Like, there's not really another way to make money. You can sell your fruit daily, but considering you can't stack fruit and each piece takes up a single slot, it's just like not really worth it for 500 bells a piece.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to make as much money in this game.
You're not.
And that's why turnips are your only really resource of money.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, at this rate, I don't know if I'm going to hit 1 billion bells by the end of 2025, even though that's my goal. You know?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lofty goal, my friend.
Like, it was nice. I thought it was possible because in November, I got 5 weeks straight of making a profit of getting spikes.
Yeah.
So I went from like 3 million in the bank to 68 million, something like that. And now I'm like 65 million or something like that because I've just been taking losses or not investing in turnips. But I did mention like August 15th through September 15th, the sea bass just disappear. So if you fish in the ocean, you're guaranteed to either get a red snapper or a barred knife jaw. So you'll get 2 or 5k bells per fish.
Yeah.
If you're not getting junk. And during that time, it's commonly raining, so you can get coelacanth, which is 10k bells if you catch one. And their shadow's pretty easy to tell the difference from the other ones. So that's something I will do. But man, I don't think I'm gonna have that post office model by the end of the year. I'm hoping it will. Because I pushed back the end of this playthrough to New Year's Eve.
Yeah. But you need 1 billion bells, like 999.
999,999,999.
Yeah, no, you're not. Nope. You're only at like 56 million?
No, 68.
68 million. No, there's no fucking way.
Well, the way I mathed it was I kind of did light buying in November, and I got 68 million, or like 65 million in profit. So if I hardcore for every week bought like 6 hours straight, did 6 hours straight from 6 a.m. to noon of buying on Sundays.
That sounds insane.
It sounds insane, but if I did that, I could get 100 million a month, assuming I kept spiking. After 10 months, that would get me to 1 billion. Which means January to October of just straight spiking. It's unrealistic. But,
yeah, it's unrealistic and hella work.
If I'm selling my fossils, getting my fossils and mailing them off every day and then getting my money rock, that's a little bit of extra money every day. You know?
Yes.
It's so unlikely, but it's something that I had in mind. It is like doable. I just need to be extremely even more hardcore into this game than I already am. You know?
Yeah, it just sounds insane.
It does, but this is the only Animal Crossing game I'm ever going to do this with.
Yeah.
Which is essentially completion aside from the NES games that you can only get from the Nintendo website that's been down for well over a decade. Maybe even 2 decades at this point. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's the only things I'm not doing. I think I have every catalog tab filled out aside from the items, which I'm just missing the pink pinwheel for July 4th. The furniture tab, which I won't be doing because that's where the NES games lay, but I'm going to get everything else. The clothing tab, which I will finish, and the gyroid tab, which I will finish. Everything else is already done. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be finishing up all the tabs, except for furniture, and that'll count for completion for me. Nothing says spring better than a blooming flower garden full of life, but you know, around here we have flowers blooming all year long. You're welcome. Maybe that's why I like this town so darn much. How about Mayor's Day? Then they say if the townsfolk come out and see the mayor, he's mayor for another term. All I have to do is show up. Why are you not giving me stuff? Why are you not giving me stuff? What? Wikipedia said all 4 villagers could get the item. Back to Wikipedia. I think it's still in my history from last night.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely also not going to finish the catalog because there's 13 fucking train models.
Yeah, the train models. I mean, I just have to log in for like 13 years straight on a certain day.
Yeah, homie.
Assuming I get the train models and the NES games were kind of the exception, as well as the flower models because I don't know if I get them all.
Yeah, there's so many.
Wait a second. According to Wikipedia, on Groundhog Day in Animal Crossing, Tortimer appears on a podium in front of the wishing well beginning at 7 a.m., while 4 villagers stand by in anticipation of Mr. Rossetti's appearance. At 8 a.m., Rossetti reluctantly appears as the Groundhog and announces that spring is coming early. He didn't do that. He announced there's more winter. Beginning at 9 a.m., Tortimer will give the player one of 3 models based on different types of flowers: the Cosmos model, Pansy model, or Tulip model, each having 3 color variants for a total of 9 items. Only 1 flower model can be obtained per character. Do I only get the flower models if he announced that spring is coming?
That would be wild.
That's fucked. That's the way it reads. Because on Wikipedia it says he will announce that spring is coming early.
Yeah, that's what I read over your shoulder last night. That's why I was like, wait, he said winter?
Let's see what how Animal Crossing fandom works, or words it. Ads. Like the real holiday, the entire village will gather to see if the local mole will predict the weather. Else the long-awaited spring. At 7 a.m., villagers will congregate at the wishing well. The player can chat with the villagers while waiting until 8 a.m. Mr. Rossetti makes a cameo appearance as the mole. If the player talks to Tortimer after the ceremony, which finishes at 9 a.m., he will give them one of many flower models in honor of the occasion. I wonder if it's just because I didn't have my individual villagers come out.
I guess you better go switch back to your other villager. And
But that
see.
would... right. That wouldn't make sense, though, because I got 3 models last year, which means 3 of my villagers got flowers from him. I think... Let me go into a house and come back out. Like, the podium and the other villagers are gone. But maybe it's because I need to, like... Maybe he's still in, like, talk like he's on the podium mode? You know what I mean? Because I stepped out of my house at, like, 8:59.
Maybe.
This doesn't make sense. Today's February 2nd. What a great day. Winter's almost over. What the hell? Can I get a third opinion here? No, because it's going to be New Leaf and New Horizons. Hold on. Game facts from 2011. Okay. The event starts at 7, Rossetti appears at 8, Tortimer hands out a gift starting at 9. That's the only response to what time does the event start. What the hell? Alright, we're going to start character hopping. I'm going to hop back to my character. Maybe the character that attended needs to trigger
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
the gift giving. I was just trying to be efficient by logging on to Jamie's here. And then the other 2 villagers before going back to my main villager so they can all drop off their models for him.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta pee, because I had boba this morning.
Boba.
If you want to log me in as James...
Oh, give me the controller.
Okay.
You're good. I'm in control. Freckles. I love Freckles. She's so cute. Okay. Summer. Shit, almost took out a flower. Tortimer. Tortimer Tortellini. Yo, where are you? Oh, hi. Nothing since. Yeah? Oh no! He no give me anything.
I don't know if you heard, but I started laughing in the bathroom because I heard hee tortellini.
No, I didn't. Do you have an earbud in?
I do.
Oh.
Alright, Google, back to Google. Does Tortimer give
You haven't talked to Truffles in 6 weeks.
I haven't talked to anybody in a long time. Does Tortimer give flower model if 6 more weeks of winter? I don't know how to word this. Huh. I can't find anything on this. Groundhog Day, Animal Crossing, quote, GameCube, unquote. You know what, let's go back to this
Found
one.
your snowball.
Nice. If you want to make a snowman, go for it. I'm gonna go back to the YouTube video that I think I showed last year. Oh, let me show this off real quick. JVGS Jeff, who does a lot of Animal Crossing stuff. I've had him show up in my feed a lot. He does good stuff. He still does like videos, so like montages or compilations of him playing throughout the day. Not compilations, but like edits. In his video for Groundhog Day, if you go back to the wishing well later in the day, Tortimer will give you a flower model, but only once. If you got one in a previous year, he won't give you another one.
Oh my god, so you literally cannot get all the items.
So it's literally impossible to finish the catalog. There's one villager that didn't get one, though. There's one villager that didn't get one last year. It's either Jamie #1 or Jay. And even if you had 4 villagers that could get me a flower model, and assuming that you got ones that I don't have, I would still be missing 1 because there's 9. That's nuts. That's crazy. Let me... Animal Crossing GameCube, is it possible to finish catalog?
Where's the other snowball? Is it usually near the other one, or could it be somewhere completely different?
It can be anywhere in the entire village. Animal Crossing gaming questions. Wow, is this the stream where I realized that it's impossible to complete this game?
I think so.
It's literally like a Pokemon situation where it requires friends and trading. Like multiple friends in this case.
Which is wild for Animal Crossing.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm like kind of upset by that. I might remove this game from my all-time favorite game list.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like it's fucked. I'm not getting any responses. Animal Crossing GameCube. How to get all flower models? I fucking hate AI overview. You need to plant basic flower seeds. Shut up.
Okay, well, it wasn't entirely wrong there. The snow is quite crunchy.
There's a post from 11 years ago that nobody replied to. Playing Animal Crossing for the GameCube, total old school, and I need a bit of guidance about the flower models. I received Pansy Model 1 from Tortimer today, and when I went to Code Cosmos Model 2 and 3, I was told that Nook that I was not a winner. Is there a trick of some sort, or can you only get some models from Tortimer? Nobody replied. Huh. Well, do we want to try putting in passwords?
No, because that never fucking works.
Huh?
That never works.
Yeah. Well, I found a GameFAQs guide.
Oh, it might work for a static item, but not for a...
Yeah. Wow, you can get tickets. Like January tickets, May tickets. You can get fossils. Well, do we want to try this? Because I guess it seems like the only way to legitimately do it, even though this is like using a code off the internet.
Yeah. I can't find that other fucking snowball, though.
Yeah, that's how it goes most days.
Yeah, alright. So no I go. You two freckles!
You want to play a fucking game. I love how the villagers just casually talking about breaking and entering
Yeah.
in this game. Alright. Ready when you are.
Hold on.
Yeah. Lowercase c. Uppercase I. SIH.
Upper or lower?
If I say upper and don't specify
Oh.
lowercase after, then you stay.
SIH?
SIS or ISIH. ISIH. Y. Sorry. BY. It's hard to look back and forth. It's my bad. It won't happen again. Lowercase OK. Uppercase R. 685. Lowercase s. And. The and symbol.
Oh, okay.
You have to hit like Y or X. There you go.
Okay.
Percent. Capital LO.
LO?
LO. And again. Lowercase KWC. Uppercase RC. MQI, lowercase. Sorry, all lowercase. I. 3. Wow.
Ay.
Well, this sucks, but I guess this is how we have to do this. So I guess I know how I'm gonna be spending my time a little later on down the line.
There we go, though. We got some.
I just don't like that though. This really leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
Oh yeah, you said you had all the furniture now, right?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't look like there's anything here that I don't have. Clothing-wise, I think it's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the comments on this video to see if anybody else is like, really? People were asking questions of like, how do you get the thing on the roof of your house? Or how do I get fruits? Oh my god, somebody's asking if he has a Dazzle capture card. That's old school.
A what? I guess the old school kind of explains my... What?
Sorry, what?
I was saying a what?
A Dazzle.
A group of zebras?
No. That was the old school capture card everybody used in like the mid to late 2000s.
Oh.
Alright, someone says, I have a question. On Wikipedia it says Tortimer
Yo,
gives
June
you...
just charged me.
Well, she is a
Joan.
boar.
This is true.
I have a question. On Wikipedia it says Tortimer gives you a flower model. He's not giving me anything. Is there a problem? The uploader responds, you have to return to the wishing well later in the day once Tortimer is down from the podium, but also Tortimer only gives you one event items once, not every year like in later games. So if you got a flower model years ago, like I did, you won't get another one. So that is indeed the case. There's 9 flower models. Ooh, which also means I can't get all the train station models.
You weren't going to get all of those anyway.
Wait, but that's not the case for everything. Because on Officer's Day recently, I got police station models again.
But did you get them for all your characters?
I thought I did.
Oops.
I don't know. But it definitely seems like the flowers are the case. Because there are other things that he won't give you multiple of, and I noticed this. But like for, I think, the police station model and maybe the shop model, he has given me multiple of. Because I pointed it out several Animal Crossing streams ago that you can sell them for a nice price. Huh. Let's try Googling something else real quick. Does Tortimer give event items multiple times? Let's see. Tortimer on Wikipedia in first generation games. Okay, this just tells of all the things that he does in Animal Crossing. What about Animal Crossing fandom? I'm not really sure. Because, like, this is the case with Toy Day #1 on December 23rd, where
Yeah.
he wouldn't give me the toy car or the dolls again.
Yes.
But like I
remember that.
said, he's also given me police station models and stuff like that multiple times. It's so hard. If there's information on this out there, it's so hard to find because even with quote-unquote in GameCube, I'm still getting New Leaf, New Horizons. It's so hard to find. I just have that one YouTube video that was useful. But I would love to know what he can give you multiple times and what he can't. Animal Crossing catalog? GameCube. Just out of curiosity to see if this mentions like what's a one-time item, what's not. It doesn't say. So I have no idea. So we're just gonna have to make some assumptions here. We're just gonna have to make the assumption that whether or not you can get an item from Tortimer multiple times is a event by event basis.
Has to be.
So this event and say Toy Day 1, you cannot get multiple event items, but for say Officer's Day, you can get the police station model multiple times. Unless I had gotten the police station model with like Jamie or Jay, and then I went up as James and got it from him. It's so hard to tell. So I will be putting codes in for the remainder of the models for this reason. This is going to be one of the very few instances where codes, like with the Nintendo items, are going to be legitimate in my eyes. We can go get one more flower model from another villager, so I would log on as Jay or Jamie #1. And do that whenever you're done, I guess, looking for the next snowball.
Yeah, hold on.
I will tell you right now, sometimes the second snowball just doesn't spawn. So I will be getting the remainder of the Cosmos models this way. During Rumpus Day is when you get the train station model. If I play on Rumpus Day again, which is late July, and I do not get another train station model, then I will be putting in codes for all the remainder train station models for the sake of catalog. Which means, assuming I get everything else, I should be finishing off this game with 596 items. Unless there's something I forgot that's unobtainable. Because there's 601 furniture items in the game. That will be subtracting the 5 Nintendo website exclusive items that I cannot get anymore because there's no way to generate the code for my town. Because the one on Wikipedia doesn't work. So yeah. I think I'm just going to make that statement right now, and that's just how it's going to be. Because it doesn't really seem like there is indeed any other way. You can hold the run button to move faster, by the way, while doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a bummer, though. Like, the Nintendo item codes were distributed, like, via magazines and stuff like that. So, like, they were officially distributed. What I'm looking up here on, like, GameFAQs is... I guess, distributed by the fan base and not something that was officially distributed in any way. So it's kind of like, I'm like, I feel like I'm cheating. But at the same time, it's like, even with... I would need 2 other friends that have 4 villagers and have gotten the models that I need and are willing to share them.
And they'd have to get the models that you need and not get the same models.
And that's a little nuts to me. And if the train station models are the same way, that means you need 13 friends that have gotten
different train models than you.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, this came out in 2001 or 2. The internet was indeed a thing, but I can't imagine they would have relied on people and relied on their game design to be people in forums communicating, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all the big rate will go. Here you go. Big snowball.
There are secret clothes here, apparently. Which I don't know if they are, I don't know, to get secret clothes, talk to Tom Nook, yada yada yada. There's a bamboo robe, a puffy blue vest worn by the male animals during fishing tourneys, red sweatsuit worn only by females during select aerobics sessions, the somber robe and the summer robe. Are these code exclusives? I don't understand. There's 15 downvotes on this and 12 upvotes, so I don't know. There's glitch passwords. One's disable all background music. One's freezes the game whenever you try to load it. One locks away the game when you finish entering the code, and one makes it impossible to win the lottery and other contests in the game.
How did those people find that out?
No idea. Probably poking around in the game's code.
Right.
You can get 100 turnips 3 times daily by putting in a code. I mean, look, the Cosmos and maybe the train station models, if you don't get any more, are going to be my only... are going to be the only things I'm going to put in codes for. If there are other things like those exclusive clothes that I'm just not aware of, screw it, I don't care, you know? If I get to the point with Wisp where says he has given me everything, and I look up what's remaining and it's all codes, then I might just say screw it, you know? I'm at 540 items out of 601 right now. What'd you get? Oh, the Cosmos Model 1.
Cosmos model.
Yeah. Emmy's so sleepy. You want to go back to bed, bud?
I think so.
Yeah. I told you would. I know you so well at this point. I'm gonna drink your bubble tea if you keep being mean to me.
You can have it.
I'm not.
You can.
No, it's yours.
Okay. I go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I won't be streaming for much longer, so.
Bye-bye.
Well, thanks for jumping in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nintendo.
Alright, so I have no idea which of these 2 villagers could have, could have not gotten the model from last year, so we're gonna have to jump between the 2 of them, and then we will call it. I don't really need to do anything else with Tom Nook. Like, I could sell my fossils, but whatever. This is kind of leaving a sour taste in my mouth. If this really is the case for this holiday, this event, and maybe other holidays as well. That sucks, because it kind of feels like all that I've worked for the past year with completing the catalog kind of feels like it was wasted effort, because I'm just going to have to end up cheating in my eyes to get the remaining models and stuff that you can only get like once per save file, once per character. Okay, so this character has presumably already gotten the flower model, which I guess wouldn't be the only time that a item's locked away from a character and stuck for trading. Because if you only have one character per save file, or one character per, like, yeah, I guess per save file, like if I had only made James and not made anybody else, I would have never gotten the doll for Toy Day 1 on the 23rd of December. Or if you have 4 male characters on a save file, you are permanently locked away from that doll. Or 4 female characters, you're permanently locked away from the miniature car. This is upsetting. Like, I came to terms with the 5 NES games I wouldn't get, even though, like, one of them was Punch-Out, and, like, you know, I think one of them was Donkey Kong Jr. But this kind of bites, especially considering, like I said, it kind of feels like it invalidates all of my work the past year, and that all the work that is yet to come for the Lighthouse model and the stonks, it just kind of, I don't know, it's taking the wind out of my sails. Alright, so this should be the character. This is not the character. I have 3 flower models, right? Or did I miscount and I have 4? I think this time last year I did have all 4 characters made, so maybe I just miscounted and I have 4 models. Unless I got a repeat and I just sold it, which is also possible. I might have gotten a repeat and just sold it. Let's see, blue pansies, or I'm sorry, blue cosmos, red tulips, white tulips. Oh, there's purple pansies over there. I have 4. So every character has gotten one. And that, I guess, solidifies it. Wow. Well, that's a bummer, and I'm sorry that's how the stream is going to end, but that is Groundhog's Day. At least we got to see Rossetti pop out. At least we got to see the difference from last year when he said, you know, oh, spring's on its way, compared to this year where it's like 6 more weeks of winter. At least we got to see the 2 different outcomes of Groundhog Day. At least I got to showcase this. I will be getting the Cosmos model my own time. The next time we stream this game will be probably June for the campers, or camper, singular. And after that will be Rumpus Day, which I will not be streaming. But on Rumpus Day, if I do not get another train model, you'll see me again on Christmas Eve, and I will have all of the models in my catalog, because I will put in the codes for them, since there's no legitimate way to get them. So that's a shame, but I can't really control it. Emmy, I know you're probably not listening. Thank you for hanging out with me, coming in here. That's all me all for now. We'll be back later in the day with Quake. And yeah, have a good morning, good day. Bye.
Nintendo.